Okay, many of you are probably too young to remember the Rosie Jimenez case, where the abortion lobby's rhetoric sent a young woman down the road to an agonizing death. When the Hyde Amendment was passed, banning federal funds for elective abortions, the abortion lobby was screaming from the housetops that this was going to get women killed because they would have no choice but to resort to dangerous, illegal abortions. And let me tell you, they put out that message hard. They put out that message, no more free abortions, and Rosie heard it, her doctor heard it, her friends heard it, her relatives heard it. Everybody around Rosie knew no more free abortions. She'd had a couple paid for already by the taxpayers, but no more free abortions. And evidently she believed you will have no choice but to resort to an unsafe, illegal abortion. Because she didn't go to a pro-life pregnancy center that would have helped her, and both Rosie and her baby would be alive today. And they didn't tell her that Planned Parenthood sold abortions on a sliding scale. She wound up going to a midwife in McAllen, Texas, and paying $5 more than the sliding scale abortion would have cost her at Planned Parenthood. $5 more. I think she could have finagled $5. But she didn't know about the sliding scale abortion because had it pounded into her head, women will have no choice but to resort to unsafe, illegal abortions. So she did what they told her to do, and she wound up dying of sepsis. And the pro-choice response was little short of euphoric. They had a corpse they could use to hang around Henry Hyde's neck and try to get federal funding restored for elective abortions. Now, it didn't work, but they still claimed that Rosie died because she couldn't get a free abortion. No, she died because she believed what the pro-choicers told her. Their rhetoric is continuing to cost women's lives, and they're bragging about it just like they bragged about how they got Rosie Jimenez killed. If Candi Miller had gone to a pregnancy resource center, she would have gotten whatever medical care she needed, even if that did involve ending her pregnancy. But she totally believed and trusted what the abortion lobby had told her, that the heartbeat bill banned doctors from taking any measures to save pregnant women's lives. According to ProPublica, Candi was 41 years old and had lupus, diabetes, and hypertension. She believed that continuing the pregnancy was simply too dangerous, and she believed the abortion lobby lies that doctors wouldn't be allowed to treat her, so she skipped going to a doctor entirely. She ordered abortion pills online. Now remember, the abortion lobby tells you this is perfectly safe. Don't need to see a doctor for abortion pills. They're perfectly safe. Don't need to have an ultrasound first. These pills are perfectly safe. Don't need to have a health screening first. These pills are perfectly safe. Nope. Perfectly safe. Nothing can go wrong. Well, something did go wrong. Just like Amber Thurmond, who lost her life because she believed that nothing can go wrong with these safe and legal abortions, Candi had an incomplete abortion. She did not expel the entire dead baby. Now, they don't say how much of the dead baby she did or didn't expel because it became a moot point, because she believed the rhetoric that doctors would not be allowed to help her, and she just toughed it out at home and died. Now, I do place some blame on the pro-lifers for Candi's death and Amber's death. The abortion lobby told us that they were going to frighten pregnant women into thinking they couldn't get care. And they told us that doctors were going to refuse to provide care. They told us that their reaction was to pull out all the stops and get some women killed. They told us that they were going to let women die. Did we go to these hospitals and say, you need to cut the crap and make sure that your doctors know that they can treat pregnant women with pregnancy complications and that they can't use the excuse, well, I don't know, the heartbeat bill, there's no heartbeat, there isn't even a fetus, but, we might get prosecuted anyway. And telling women, oh, they're not allowed to help you, and scaring women away from pro-life centers. We needed to have a huge publicity campaign saying, if you think you can't get care, that's not true. Give the 800 number to call the American Association of Pro-Life OBGYNs, who would have treated Candi, or go to your local pregnancy resource center, and they would have made sure Candi had care. The people who set her up to die are now bragging about it. See, we told you we were going to kill women, and we did. And they're blackmailing you into legalizing abortion on demand because that's what they want. They're killing women for political purposes, and that is terrorism. But they're getting away with it, and the pro-lifers needed to get the message out effectively, and they didn't. So I'm very frustrated. You start to want to recite some imprecatory psalms when you see how the abortion lobby treats women.